Hey guys, ankhgaming with you, and we're back with Magic the Gathering. They just released a... wow, that's loud. At least to me. Let me turn on my headset. Anyways, they just released two new decks today. So let's see. We already had these. It's a red-white deck and a Simic deck. So I'm guessing these, they're just ramping up for the next set for Magic the Gathering, which... geesh, if you think about it, that's only, what, 2 months away already? It goes quick. So the red-white deck is an aggro deck, it looks like. You see lots of creatures. Lightning Helix, good spell. Call to Arms. Yeah, it's just a red-white aggro. Actually looks like a pretty boring deck, to be honest. It doesn't look like it does much of anything. It's interesting. It's an interesting multiplayer take on red-white, because it does have some defensive cards. It has some cards that can just win the game. So it has some interesting stuff. This guy does not make sense in this deck, though. The stuff you unlock, I think, is mostly stuff that'll better suit it to either go more aggro, more control, or more multiplayer heavy. Is really what it's looked like to me skimming over it. Let's go back. Those codes that I entered before, I don't know if they unlock cards for this. I don't think those had any cards unlocked already. I'll have to check on that. I'll have to try punching in the codes and see if they unlock additional cards for these, but it doesn't seem like they do. So the Simic deck. Simic is traditionally kind of a control deck because of the blue. The green is more like... I don't get Simic, actually. We'll just say that. Efficient Flyer, that's cool. Claustrophobias are garbage. Usually green-blue is really focused on drawing cards and then ending with some kind of hexproof creature. It's traditionally how they go. Their removal is based around Death Touch, which is kind of what this deck looks like it is, based on hexproof, Death Touch, and drawing cards. I actually don't like this card at all. Alien Mutation, you put a creature on top or back into their hand, and you get Saplings. For 5 mana at sorcery. I think for this card to be fair, it would either need to be an instant, or if they wanted to make it a sorcery, at least drop it down to 4 mana. I think at 4 mana, it's still a bad card. Because let's say, for example, they dropped a 5/5 for 6. You bounce that creature to their hand, and you get your 5 or your 6/1/1 tokens. Now their creature, you did cost them some mana and you developed your board, but you spent a card. So what if their card was like a Bogarden Hellkite? That would have been a lot more 1/1s, but something with the comes into play effect. They're getting some value back, so your card was essentially a 5 mana card that returned their creature to their hand and put 6/1/1s into play. That's not awful, but it's not exciting, in my opinion. This card's actually garbage. This guy is actually a beating. Power and toughness equal to the number of cards in hand. Draw a card at the beginning of your draw step. It's pretty good. And Fabled Allen Wolf. It's an interesting enchantment. You get a bunch of tokens. Protein Hawk. I wonder if there's any kind of combos you can do with this guy in the deck. And then you got a Tide Spot, Tyrant, and Yavmaya's Embrace. So, I'm going to start with this deck just because it's interesting. So what we're going to do, if I can figure out what I'm doing. There's no campaign, we've already done it. I don't think there's any new unlocks. I didn't actually read too much. Yeah, there's nothing new. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a custom game. We're going to do... free-for-all, one-on-one. I'm going to play Simic. We're going to play it against a deck you guys have seen before. Something similar. I don't actually remember what the Izzet deck did. We're going to play against Izzet, since these are two guilds that are very close to each other. Green-red is, or green-blue is typically weaker than blue-red, and blue-red should have an advantage. This hand's fine because I have Quarreling Oracle. Quarreling Oracle is one of my favorite cards when I actually played Simic. Whenever it enters the battlefield, reveal the top card of your library. If it's a land, put it on the battlefield. Untapped. Otherwise, you put the card in your hand. So essentially, it's a 1/1. Let's back up. It's essentially that elf, and I can't think of its name, with strict upside. I should have led on Terramorphic Expanse, but hitting a land on Oracle is actually really good. It takes him from being just a 1/1 that draws a card into a card that's more like an Explorer. So it can take me from being on the draw to being on the play, essentially. That card pretty well neuters it, but that's okay. I will play my Oracle into your guy. That's fine. It's essentially a cantrip that's going to save me a point of damage at this point. That's fine. And we didn't hit a land, that's fine though. We don't have a 3-drop. We'll be dropping Terramorphic Expanse, cracking it if we don't have a 3-drop. Likelihood we won't, so. And we have these Aether Mutations, which is that garbage card I talked about a little bit ago. We Dragonlance. Those don't match up too well against my Assault Zeppelids. Another bad thing about Aether Mutation, doesn't match up well against his guy right there. So here we drop the Terramorphic. I'm not going to attack, because he can obviously block. And I want him just to ping my guy. It's not worth it. What if he just takes it? And then had like a hasty 4/1, and he forgot to ping me. In a real game of Magic, that could happen. So don't get the mentality like it's dead anyways, we'll attack. Not worth it in this point. We'll go ahead and crack in response to this. So I don't forget. I wish you could really set a stop on end of turn to tell it to let you have more time. So we really hope we play something like Hypersonic Dragon next turn, so we can Aether Mutation it, so we can start getting someplace. I don't really want to play my Overbeing a Myth yet. It's good. Just, if he taps out and plays something silly, like, I don't know, Steamcore Weird. Steamcore Weird. There you go. We'll say that. Then, okay. What did he discard, by the way? Island, okay. Ping, Electrolyze. That's fine. See, now is a good chance to play Overbeing Myth, but we do have the problem here that he's gonna get a lot of damage in quickly. But I think it's worth it. I think it's worth playing Overbeing a Myth. That hurts. We're almost dead. He just hit us for 7. We're at an effective 8. If he does something like that next turn, we're straight dead. But I think our only play... I could Aether Mutation it, but that doesn't do anything. I need something on the board. So we're going to go with the Overbeing to draw an extra card. Our hope is that this turn he does not have, like, Thundermaw Hellkite. I don't think they have those in that deck. But we don't want a big hasty dragon or stuff like that. Now we're dead. If he has another spell, we're dead. And he probably has Searing Spear. Triple Electrolyze. Is this real life? Triple Electrolyze? I mean, we're dead. Yeah, we're dead. But that was an unfortunate game. He just kind of had it all. Now, see, if I had bounced his guy, I would have just died the next turn. So, it doesn't do anything. But see, now, this hand is better. This is why I hate Aether Mutation. Protein Hulk's not good. I can't cast anything in this hand, but I would rather have a Claustrophobia than that other card. Whenever you draw a card, you may put a 1/1 counter on him. I don't know that I can keep this hand, though, because only 2 lands is too risky. I play first. If I miss a land drop... yeah, I don't think I can keep that. Ooh, this hand's close. But because I have 2 high drops and only 1 land, we're going to 6. And we're just getting screwed here. 6-drop and an 8-drop. 5-card hand, that's a keeper. Lead on Terramorphic this time because we don't actually want to draw land off of our Oracle. This deck can win from 5 cards. It'll just be a challenge. It'll be a challenge. We're gonna get an island because we have claustrophobias. We really just hope he doesn't have the pinger. But that deck has, I think, 4 or 5 pingers. So here we would like to hit a spell. Draw a card. If we hit a land, it's not the worst. It's okay. Now we just need to draw a 5-drop next turn. That's not the Overbeing a Myth, because he is really bad in our hand. Because if we draw Overbeing a Myth, it's going to be like a 2-2. And that's not exciting. Now we will save this guy. Ugh. Alright, we're just dead to that card. I don't think there's any way in this deck to deal with it other than Pongify. Alright, so we're going to attack. This time we attack because if he blocks, great. If he attacks, I can throw the Winged Kotal out there and block it. If he didn't have that guy, and he went all deep on pumping up a Wheat Dragonaut, after he's pumped it up, I can just flash this guy out and block. Because the computer's probably going to do it mostly pre-combat. Alright, pinged my guy. There's nothing I can do. I'm pretty much sitting on all land at this point. Disappointing game is disappointing. We have Pongify, but it's not even worth Pongifying this guy. He's going to have a 3-3. I would rather just do nothing. I can flash in this guy in response to him shooting at Pongify it. But I'd rather do that in a chance where maybe I'm going to get to block or something. Compulsive Research. I really need some Compulsive Researches. I don't think this deck has any good draw spells like it should have. Okay, that guy's good. That guy's... we can work with that guy. Target creature becomes a 3/3 frog till end of turn. That we can work with. Now what's going to happen though, guys, is he's going to next turn kill it. So, you know, there's that. In response to him killing it, I could just Pongify if it's something like Electrify. Is that the card? Oh my gosh, how can I not remember the one red-blue card that does 2 divide as you choose draw card? Anyways, if he cast that on it, I could Pongify my guy so it doesn't draw a card. And I still have a 3/3. Okay, that's good for us. This guy's strong. I really would want 2 islands untapped, but we're okay with this. Are you kidding me? Prophetic Bolt. Okay, so this is a good chance. See, the 4 damage target creature or player. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. Now, if I Pongify in response, he doesn't get to look at his top cards or draw a card. And the reason is because there's no targets left for the spell. The spell has 1 target on it. If there are no targets, then the spell is countered. So we cost him a card. It was a 1-for-1 trade. Kind of. I mean, my guy was dead anyways, so I traded my Pongify. Basically, I gave myself a 3/3 to stop him from drawing a card. Cost me a card, cost him kind of a card. But at this point, I don't have anything else going for me. I need something. You know, I need some board presence. Hopefully he doesn't have much. 6 cards in hand, he has something. There we go, Steam Weird. And shoot my guy. I would really like him to kill this one, but he's not going to, obviously. Yeah, we're boned. Stupid pinger. Completely wrecking me. And mulligan to 5. Okay, that guy's good, if he lives. I mean, the deck is just full of burn spells, so unlikely that he lives. And it's unlikely that the opponent doesn't have a dragon of some sort. At this point, my best outs are like one of my big enchantments, or to get to 7 mana, which is 1 more mana. I think that's what it costs, and cast like a Simic Sky Swallower. Sky Swallower would be powerful. So he's pinging me. That's weird. 6 cards in hand. There we go. Spellbound Dragon. Attacks, draw a card, then discard a card, and gets power equal to what you discard. Coiling Oracle. We'll go ahead and drop that, why not? Draw something good, please. Salt Zeppelin? Oh, land. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is gonna be a long video, guys, because I don't think I'm gonna win a game. Maybe I just won't win a game in a video for once. It's weird. Ping that guy. Okay. Will I get to Winged Kotal, your guy? He's giving me a chance. He shot that one. He could have just pinged it. And he doesn't attack. Wow, the straight mind read. What baloney. Okay. See, if this was an instant, I could return my own guys, which would be cool. It's not an instant. So instead I have to do stuff like this, which is kind of pointless. We get to attack with our 3/3 this turn. I think I missed an attack. Actually, we get to attack with both those. So we're getting some damage in. Now, if he didn't ping, which he wasted, he could have just shot one of these tokens in a turn. It's unlikely that he'll ping pre-combat when he's actually going to attack now, so this Winged Kotal will hardly ever have the opportunity to kill something. Then again, he didn't attack into it last turn, he totally should have. So again, we're in trouble because we have no attacks again. Claustrophobia. Oh my goodness! Tap engineer creature does not tap during its controller's untap step. Boom! Now I could have tapped the 3/5, but that 1/1 is actually going to do more work against me than the 3/5 in my opinion. Now, whenever he attacks with the 3/5, and I go for the Winged Kotal, I guarantee he's going to have a burn spell or give it first strike. Can't help it. It's gonna happen. But we gotta get rid of that guy or else this play is never even an option. Alright, he discarded that. Let's try our luck. Boom! Mana leak. Whatever. Got the mana leak out of his hand, that's actually fine. It's just 3 power. That actually is almost preferable. Because if we draw something good now, I mean, if we drew something ever, we would have been able to get him. Well, we obviously attack with this. Now, Simic Skyswaller would be a... You're really gonna give me this? Of course. I don't think I can win this one, guys. We'll give it one more draw step. If we don't hit on this draw step, actually... I mean, we may just be dead. We'll see. And he could just combo kill me with this. Searing Bolt plus... That's one way to start. Now see, if I Pongnified in response to that and killed one of these, he would still get to draw a card and the other one would die. Just pointing that out, because it has 2 targets. Beacon of Destruction. Yep, I am dead. This guy goes up to 5. When he attacks, if he can discard something with at least, what, 3 power? No, I'm at higher life than that. Yeah, 3, 4. Or 8, you know, whatever. That works too. I was thinking, because I can't really afford to block these. Ugh. This matchup's abysmal when he draws all the goods. I don't think I can win this matchup. So... Not with the current pull, I need to unlock some. Well, anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Tomorrow I'll play the other deck. We'll cycle between the decks a little bit, just so you guys can get to see them a little bit since there's no campaign. Thanks for watching. Ankhgaming out.